For over a century, the Panama Canal has been the crown jewel of global trade, a marvel of engineering that reshaped the way the world connects. But now, the world's most iconic shortcut is facing its biggest challenge yet. Crippling droughts, massive delays, and skyrocketing costs have left nations and corporations asking one critical question: what comes next? A new era of global trade is dawning, with $270 billion on the line. And the race to replace the Panama Canal has already begun. The Panama Canal, responsible for handling 6% of all global trade, has always relied on one simple resource: water. Every ship that passes through requires millions of gallons to operate the locks. But in recent years, something unprecedented has happened. Water is running out. Climate change has significantly altered rainfall patterns in Central America. The canal depends on fresh water from surrounding reservoirs, but those reservoirs are drying up faster than ever. This crisis isn't just a problem for Panama, it's a problem for the entire world. Delayed shipments mean higher prices for everyday goods. Companies lose billions as supply chains crumble. And with global trade set to double by 2050, the Panama Canal simply cannot keep up. Enter the contenders. From Nicaragua to the Arctic, a new generation of trade routes is vying to take the Panama Canal's place, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Funded by Chinese billionaires and backed by a controversial government, the Nicaragua Canal aims to outshine Panama in size and scale. At nearly 3 times as wide and twice as deep, this proposed mega-project would accommodate the world's largest ships. But there's one major catch: the environmental cost. This project would destroy fragile ecosystems and displace thousands of indigenous people. Is this really progress or just greed disguised as development? The $50 billion project has stalled due to protests and financial uncertainty, but it's not the only option on the table. Far to the north, melting ice caps are unlocking a new route: the Arctic Passage. Shorter, faster, and potentially game-changing, this route could slash shipping times between Asia and Europe by weeks. This isn't just about trade. Whoever controls the Arctic controls the future of global commerce. That's why we're seeing a geopolitical tug-of-war between nations like Russia, China, and the United States. But the Arctic Passage is as dangerous as it is promising. Treacherous icebergs, extreme weather, and fragile ecosystems raise serious concerns about its long-term viability. Meanwhile, Panama isn't ready to give up its throne just yet. In a desperate bid to stay relevant, the Canal Authority has announced a $10 billion modernization plan. Our upgrades will ensure that we can handle larger ships and manage water resources more efficiently. The Panama Canal will remain the heartbeat of global trade. But will it be enough? Or is the Panama Canal fighting a losing battle against forces beyond its control? Beyond the big players, innovative thinkers are exploring radical alternatives. Imagine a world where goods travel through an underwater tunnel stretching from Asia to North America, or cargo ships replaced by hyperloop systems zipping at lightning speeds beneath the ocean. Why limit ourselves to canals and ships? It's time to completely rethink how we move goods across the planet. While these ideas sound like science fiction, they highlight one undeniable truth. The race to replace the Panama Canal is pushing human ingenuity to its limits. But for every bold new plan, there's a human cost. The Panama Canal is more than a trade route. It's the backbone of Panama's economy. Tens of thousands of jobs depend on its success, and entire communities are built around its operations. If the canal loses business, we all lose. This is our future at stake. As the world races forward, can we balance innovation with compassion? Or will the pursuit of profit leave the people of Panama and the planet behind? The $270 billion race to replace the Panama Canal isn't just about trade, it's about the future of our interconnected world. Who will win? Who will lose? And what will the final cost be? This is more than a story of ships and shortcuts. It's a story of ambition, resilience, and the fight for the future of global trade.